Hello guys and welcome to this Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I am going to talk about Helicath and specifically how to build Helicath. Now, it obviously first it depends where you are in the game. Are you early game? Are you mid game? Late game? End game? You know, where are you in the game? That basically means what is your gear looking like. I would consider myself endgame. I'm doing all kinds of content. All that I haven't done properly yet is Hydra above hard difficult. See, I would say I'm pretty late game anyways, so... Alright, so let's first talk about his skills. He is incredibly good. This skill here alone is just insane. Places block damage for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. That itself is just as good as Tower, one other legendary champion that was the only one that had block damage for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. But this also has the passive effect that when block damage is removed or stolen, then replaces that with increased defense. That's very good. Then his A2. This makes him very unique because this skill will place a shield proportionate to your defense, kind of like a Valkyrie shield. The higher defense you have, the bigger the shield will get. It's not 1-to-1 ratio. You will get a lot more shield than the defense number you have. The only problem with this, in my opinion, is that it can be booked to a 3-turn cooldown. In Clan Boss, where you want to speed tune things, having this on a 4-turn cooldown is the best. So if you can, try to not book this. His A1 will place weaken, ignore shield and block damage. Pretty cool. 2 times hitter. Very, very good for Clan Boss with the weakens. Now his passive. The more enemies under block damage, the more defense he has, and he will always counterattack when an ally is attacked while under block damage. Alright, now we basically know that his damage is based on defense here, on an AoE hit, and his A1, this does not hit unfortunately, but... Alright. So, where do you want to use him? In my opinion, you can use him literally everywhere. You can, early game or whatever, you can use him in Arena. He is going to be good in Arena, even late game on defense team, because of this block damage and then a massive shield makes you live incredibly long. So you can use him in Arena as well, protecting all your champions. You can use him in campaign easily to, you know, not take damage and do the hardest way, even Nightmare campaign very easily. He's also very good in dungeons because, you know, you protect your team 3 out of 4 turns, pretty much. Yeah, he is going to be very, very good. He's good in Doom Tower, he's good in Hydra, and basically the place he's best is going to be Clan Boss. So the way we want to build him, obviously, is with a lot of defense. To scale this shield, scale his damage. First off, what you want to think of is his speed. Do you have a Clan Boss with a specific speed tune? Then you really want to get your speed to the right level, and then you can think of everything else. Talking about this, let's go to Hellheides Optimizer. Alright, Hellheides Optimizer, this is the tool I use for gearing my champions, and this is just amazing. I use it absolutely all the time. I don't want to steal gear from my all best champions that I have priority 5. Alright, I am gonna get as much damage as possible. Let's say that I'm gonna use him in Arena and Dungeons. Alright, damage as possible, stats. Then I want how much speed I want. Usually over 200 speed is very good. In Arena, well, I don't care too much, but let's do 240 speed. Maybe 220, that should be enough for most people. 220. This will always say 100% crit rate. And you need a little bit of accuracy to land the weaken if you care about that. I will say 220 there as well. Defense. Now, if your gear isn't that incredibly good, you could set a minimum value on defense, so that the defense number is not too small, because this will also prioritize crit damage and crit rate. If you're very early game, you might need to ignore crit rate as well to gain as huge shield as possible. So, but I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm gonna go for maximum damage. Sets, if you want him to live as long as possible and basically solo carry everything, then you can go with regen set. But in my opinion, he's taking so little damage, and if you have some kind of healer on the team, he will live easily. Alright, glyphs. I set a minimum glyphs to something, some small number. Maybe 3-star glyphs there, and a little over there. Okay, whatever. Something like this. Pretty simple. That is the glyphs test I would say I have available. Alright, let's try to do this once again. Hopefully this didn't change. Right, good. Let's try again. Apparently I've been on this site for too long, and then this has been an update. Hearing for artifacts. Alright, already we will see builds beginning to pop up here. Let's just take a look at this first one. Using perception gear is going to be an excellent option for early mid-game players, and even in-game players if you want a little bit of accuracy. But later on you probably are going to get some kind of build that use savage gear or lethal gear. This is going to be maximum damage, but as you see, that sacrifices a lot of defense. For clan boss and something like that, I would set his minimum defense to 5,800 if you can do that, because that way the shield he gives will be most likely huge enough that the ally will live even through turn 50. Well, not die before turn 50, I would say, because unkillable team cannot live past level, turn 50. Alright, 100% crit rate, 220 speed, a bunch of crit damage as well, minimum accuracy, and a bunch of defense. Beautiful. So, of course, you can wait out the timer here and probably get even more damage. Yeah, look at this. Even more crit damage, minimum defense. Very, very cool stuff. So let's take a look at my one. I use him with a Krila that gives him a little crit rate buff. Look at this. So basically, I can save a little bit of stats, push his damage even more. My stun target is very tanky, so I don't necessarily need to push the defense too much. So yeah, you know what? Actually, let's try him a little bit in arena. Who do we want to go against? You know what? Let's go against this super high damage team. No, they have them serious. That's not funny. Okay, we can just go against this one. Then I will remove. You know what? Let's just do this. Put him in. Where is he? There he is. Hopefully this works. Let's see if this works. I think it's gonna work. Now you will see the incredible strength of the block damage. Do that, and then we do block damage. No damage taken. Beautiful. Then that, boom. He's unkillable, and now his damage would have been insane, because his damage scales off of his the lower health, the less damage. Well, the more damage he does, I mean. Boom. Zero damage taken. Actually, I already took a little bit of damage. So yeah, that's how useful he can be. Also, if you have some kind of a stall team, let me think. I built someone earlier here with yeah, something like this. If you have something like this, putting in Helicath in there, you know, take your most tanky champions, everything you have, put them in there, some healing, some sustain, some revives, Helicath for block damage and shields, plus counterattacks himself. That is going to be a incredibly annoying defense to go against. And if you do that, I would also recommend using some reaction set on him if you use him purely for the arena. Using something like this, because then he will most likely survive until he takes a turn. So yeah, I think he is good everywhere. He can easily solo everything. This is, you know, let's go to Nightmare campaign here. And make him duo, maybe? Like this? Yeah, who cares? Man, no, he can solo this, right? He doesn't have any sustain. Whatever. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what damage he can put out. I don't have 100% crit rate, so yeah, whatever. Let's take a look at his solo capabilities, taking out damage. Okay, they're pretty tanky. Now, if you manual this, I can show you something really funny. Let's try to kill someone here. Of course, now we're going to take a little bit of damage. We can do the shield right now. And now the shield will be on for 2 turns. Then he can A1. The shield is still up. Now we can block damage. So he can permanently have a shield or block damage up. That is hilarious. Alright, take a look at this. A1, A2. There's a big shield that basically no one can go through, I think. It's not a huge problem if they can, but... Boom. Block damage. And now he will counterattack. Well, let's A1 again, kill him. Alright. Look at this. So easy. And if you build him in lifesteal as well, he will lifesteal when he has shield and block damage. Boom. Big hit. A1. No problem. Imagine being this good of a solo champion like this. Alright, A1 again. There's no chance of losing. He always has shield, he always has block damage. It's beautiful. Block damage, A1. Yeah, it's so funny. Of course, he's not the fastest of this, but this is Nightmare campaign. And he can solo one of the stages, basically without even taking damage. And this works with you, like, even worse gear as well. If you have lifesteal, he will like heal all the time. Alright, there we go. Let's take out this guy. He can be a little pain in the ass. Okay. Huge shield. A1. Block damage. Counterattacks. So in a insane build, he can pretty much solo, well, make a duo very easily in every place in the game. Like you can basically duo him with what do you call it? A poisoner, for example, and then he can duo and kill the dragon. Like, look, this 1 million damage taken, 8,000. Because at one of the ways they barely made it through the shield. Amazing. He's insane. Those who say he is not insane, they are crazy. And even late game, he can be insanely good in Hydra. The only problem in Hydra is if the Hydra head steal your buffs, steal the block damage, that's not gonna be fun. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully you got Helicath the Love Fusion, and yeah, just build him with incredibly high defense enough speed to go 2-1 and some damage. That's gonna be good. Alright, that's it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I see you guys in the next video. If you want something similar to this, then leave me a comment if you want some guidance, any champions, like not necessarily a guide like this, but anything. Leave a like and write a comment. Yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.